呀 ，OK， 嚟過，1秒咗，係啦，首先ごめんなさい就係遲咗開始啦，咁咧就都多謝大家嚟待機啦，係啦，我哋今日咧就會繼續玩到 Stanley Parable 嘅剩翻落嚟嘅 ending 啦，咁我哋尋日就開咗好多啦，今日咧就會睇住攻略咧開埋剩低未開嘅 ending 咁樣啦。係啦，咁我哋就打個招呼先。ガイエさんこんばんは、トムさんこんばんは、HKG シャさんこんばんは、ナオさんこんばんは、カリーフィッシュボーさんこんばんは、イレイさんこんばんは。被笑死了，哭咗。係啊，而家係有係我見到個咪嗰個係有反應嘅。啊，我啲咪真係搞唔掂。唔通又係時候買？Lily 醬こんばんは。係啊，我想講尋晚俾 Lily 醬發現佢又唔瞓覺啦，哈哈。係啊，所以今日咧就可能今日少，其實都唔少，係多攰。咁就係啦，所以就可能未必開太耐，但係咧盡量咧都想除咗嗰個要玩4個鐘嗰個 ending 之外咧，其他都想試下開咁樣嘅。係啦，咁咧就早速，我哋而家馬上開始。咁我哋咧而家就入咗隻 game 啦。佢又問我而家係幾點喎 ？What time is it? It's 7。係啦，有人真係知道咩？梗係冇啦，冇人知道任何嘢噶。你同我甚至唔認識對方，我哋就好似陌生人一樣。當然啦，我根據你確切參數調整咗所有嘅遊戲設置，但係邊個冇咁樣做呢？呢個係我嘅任務，就好似日常工作一樣。而家工作結束啦，冇更多可以俾我收集嘅信息啦。我已經收集咗關於你嘅數據，但係我都仲未係真正咁認識你，你亦都唔認識我。而且我哋都唔知道而家係幾多點。我估呢啲設置係冇辦法設置嘅。但係如果我完全誠實嘅話，無論如何，時鐘喺遊戲入邊其實係冇任何作用㗎。下次遊戲開始嘅時候，我唔會再喺度噶啦。但係唔緊要嘅，遊戲本身就係一個人玩噶啦。你中意自己一個人喺度呆，唔係咩？或者呢個就係我真正了解你嘅唯一嘅一個信息。係啦，好啦，我應該要走啦。我哋仲需要調整一個設定，係啦，但係可能需要花啲時間先可以準備好。呢個並唔包含喺我嘅職責之中嘅，但係唔緊要。亦或許你可能會再見到我， 如果你揾得到我嘅話 ，catch me if you can。一陣間再傾啦。我係點揾你啊？我要啲時鐘設置嘅地方，係我哋呢個負責設定時鐘嘅一個神奇嘅 NPC。好，我哋要唔要即刻出 game 再入翻嚟睇下佢喺唔喺度？好，試下先。早速佢出 game。Cleoさん、おはようございます。皆さん、おはようございます。いらっしゃいませ。冇喎，佢唔見咗。可能真係要等一段時間。好，咁我哋就開始啦。我隻 cursor 唔得嘅。OK， 開始遊戲。我尋日我睇咗少少嗰啲 ending 嘅攻略啦，即係喺唔劇透嘅情況之下，咁咧我就知道有幾個可以而家即刻開到嘅。それでは早速。
This is the story of a man.
跳過，瘋狂 skip。
All of his co-workers were gone.
有一個窗可以出去，我知道。
Stanley decided to go to the
Probably
meeting
not
room.
this one.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
同埋咧，尋日咧咪有
No
個
matter how hard Stanley looked,
電腦咧
he
係可以
couldn't find a
input 嘅，
trace
原來
of
嗰
his
個係要瘋狂
co-workers.
出 game 先 input 到咯。係啊，咁我哋可以試下。我哋試咗窗嗰個先。Which window？ 我有個窗係開。どれだろう？應該唔係呢度，應該
When
係
Stanley came
啊
to a set of two open doors,
唔係㗎，
he
咁我哋
entered
開
the
第二個
door on
先。
his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
我哋開
Perhaps
電
he
話
wanted
線
to
嗰個
stop。by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
電話線嗰個咧就係尋日咪有個位
Truly
係
a room worth
阿老婆
admiring.
打電話嚟
But
咧，
eager to get
係啦，
back
嗰
to
個位可以
business,
掹咗個
Stanley
電
took
話
the
線。
first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
嘟嘟
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust
佢
in
個
someone
really I'm
else
not
can
唔
be
知點解有啲
difficult,
The
but the
Room嘅
fact is
vibe。
that the story has been about nothing but you
Lisa
all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
We still do
This
not
is it,
know who
Stanley.
she is.
Your chance to redeem yourself. To put
Probably
your
that
work
fake
aside,
mannequin wife.
To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
係咪呢個？
Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Double check what? You have to look for an ending.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these
Stanley had a
decisions were supposed to
choice.
mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices?
What?
Did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
What?
You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yes, that's me. I'm Cleo.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
What?
Choice.
Choice.
It's the best part of being a real person.
我諗係
But if
Loki 啊嘛，有
used
睇
incorrectly can
Loki。
also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named
Loki
Nicholas
嗰個
has a choice.
嗰個
He
電
could
視劇
invent a
嗰
machine
個
that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years
Fuck
of hard
burgers.
work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make?
は
Remember
ござい
that
ま
unlike
す。
here, the real
Jerry
world
Lawson,
makes
ございます。
sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not
Can I skip
conform
this
to
person?
rational logic. If you
Fish.
find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Oh my goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be
Excellent.
heading back.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least
呢
8
張圖到
choices
底係
per
做緊乜
day.
嘢？
Do you make more than 8?
係
Less?
這個生係ござい
And
ま
finally,
す。
if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever
My
make a
choices are
significant
not.
contribution to
That-
the world,
that I'm
just
sure
remember
of.
that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially
You.
insignificant, and the feeling should
That's pretty
subside.
huge for me.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in
cannot
this
skip.
video.
Ah, welcome back.
多
You
咗
may
啲
have
嘢做乜
noticed
嘢？
that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way,
Danger
please.
everywhere. Which way? Okay， 我哋睇一睇呢間房，佢係咁寫啲 stop。Danger everywhere. Okay. What now? We're back.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
佢圍住咗。
Dying senselessly halfway through the
佢唔
story.
俾我，
That
佢唔俾
story
我
would
跳。
make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
同埋佢話有個位可以，唔係呢度唔通？佢話有個位咧，因為我哋尋日咪見到呢度下面有道門咧，可以落去。佢話有個位可以唔知點樣上咗去，跟住慢慢跳落去。我哋陣間可能要研究下喺邊度。OK。Do not lie. Where am I supposed to go now? Loki 正，超正，好睇，大推。
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
What? No.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if... wait, let me... 個電話喎，我睇一睇先啊。係啦 ，unplug the phone， 跟住 taking the right door。喂，好，望一望攻略先，跟住我哋
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction.
壞咗啊！呢度爛晒。Oh God！ 我哋隻 game 癲咗。Okay. And then好，跟住呢度應該單線，啲凳做咩？哇！
It's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
No.
I have to.
又彈我嘅！What the fuck? What the fuck? It's scary.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
佢又漏住。
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Quickly, hurry back. Exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yay! Woo! 佢連 game 都費事彈係咪？佢唔想改啊
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fine. Fine.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might... Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
本身呢度可以落去，佢唔俾我再 make choices。Now what？ 點解唔同咗？係咯，個火唔同咗係咪？ 睇先。係咯，唔同咗佢。They blocked everything.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Nightshark 115. Of course， 隻 game 應該冇開咪。
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
I don't have a choice. I can't speak into the mic.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
ヒストリックさん、おはようございます。
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
點啊？又彈我
Stanley came to a set of two open doors.
唔俾我玩啊！佢要逼我睇 Stanley。
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end.
Walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything...
呢個係真 ending 係咪？就係我離開咗 Stanley，唔俾我控制佢。
Make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
對妹さん、おはようございます。
Do something.
Do something? No, he can't. Because no one's controlling him.
Than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay.
I'm not the narrator.
Okay, I can wait.
Stanley, cried the narrator,
Time
sadly.
to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Sorry, Leroy. Who's Leroy?
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Now what? The narrator is all alone. 好啦，我哋又開咗個 ending 啦，呢個 Not Stanley ending。我哋咧下一個咧，應該有個可以跳出窗嘅，等我睇下先。呢，跳出窗嗰個係，我哋開咗頭先講嗰個。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
ちょっと待ってね。どこだろう？因為我唔記得咗係邊張圖，初等下嘢。 Get on top of the desk on the left with a square computer. 434.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
點？434 Get on top on the desk? How? How to get on top? 誰か。お！できた。
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now.
No.
You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Yeah, do it.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly.
Whoa,
But the
rhymes.
truth must be
One
told,
yo.
he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
Yeah.
You too will become quite unbearable.
We're all Stanleys. 點解佢要重複出嚟啦？係咪？係咪開始 loop 啦？到底 ？Not gonna sugarcoat it, no. Okay. 好，我哋咧下一個咧就去
All of his
escape
co-workers were
pod.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
哦，咦，我哋可以開咗呢個先喎，睇下先。419係啦，419 activate and then restart the game. They said restart the game. 跟住去423。
All of his co-workers were gone.
Where's
What could it
423?
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
423，跟住去 OK。今次係咪挑戰救 BB？ 救 BB 要4個鐘喎，耐
Just
九
to
台
step。through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
The computer just before entering the boss's office. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
This one. And activate input on Stanley's computer. What? Oh, activate 4344. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go...
What are they saying? Push the buttons. Is that what they're saying? 係咪我撳晒？我撳晒係咪會有結局睇？唔係喎，佢會彈翻轉頭個，唔會撳得晒個。黐線。マリコさんおはようございます。ママおはようございます。Is this what heaven looks like? Okay, I guess I need to restart. Okay, another ending. 好，我哋而家嚟 escape pod. Eminem's nightmares. Push the button.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
門口嗰度彈出彈入咯。得唔得咧？
Stepping in.
啊，得咗啦！我哋韞咗個旁白入去。點解地下有瑜伽席？好唔衞生。OK， 我哋應該係翻去自己房，跟住。Go back to Stanley's office. Okay. Finally free from the voices. So true. 但係咁靜反而好恐怖，我想講。好似冇試過咁樣 backtrack。啲路好奇怪，唔認得。多咗道門，同埋我想問咧，大家成日講嗰個 bucket 到底喺邊度？點解個個都話 hold the bucket？ 但係我好似玩咗咁多轉都冇見到個 bucket。OK， 我哋入咗去先。What? You are now leaving. This is a bucket. Where a bucket? Where a bucket? 哇，又紅色。喂呀，好恐怖！ 到底要行幾多層？哇，係咪到啦？黑到咧！Escape Pod Launch Bay， 我哋逃脫喎可以。Where am I？ なんで ？What? Why? Okay. 但係我仲未知個 replacement bucket. I want to see the bucket. The bucket everyone's talking about. 好，我哋又開多個啦。我哋又睇下仲有冇，應該仲有，除咗啊係喎，落樓下嗰個係咪？睇下先啊。有個係 monitor room glitch.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Up and down several times will lead to the okay. We're gonna be free.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
到底有冇
disbelief,
true ending？
Stanley
其實呢隻
decided to
game
go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
咪
What could it
345
mean?
係咪好
Stanley
似？
wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's
真係唔記得
desk.
咗。
What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret
哦，真唔同咗係咪？
2845.
定係我記錯？應該係我記
But
錯
of。course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
OK，我哋應該要喺呢格 lift 度係咁上上落落。
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out. Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have.
Keen eye for storytelling.
Rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow.
哇，全都
I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Okay.
Incredible.
And down and
Now
up
he's getting back
again.
into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this? Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
The suspense is killing me too. Is it the boss's office? We'll never know. It is.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office.
有音效。
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this. Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
我整壞咗個 narrator， 你個嘢壞咗。我嗰隻嘢。
All right. I have fully come to terms with
Have
it.
you?
I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert, of course. Going back down in the elevator.
Skip.
How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
And up we go. Here we go. Do 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 do.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment.
我整壞一格料。
It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Slow.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as
係咪？
possible.
你哋係咪都係要
Big
大聲同埋
explosive moments
高頻？
flung right in their faces from the very moment
Boom.
that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh good, we're here.
What place is this?
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here.
Is that
somewhere.
Stanley? Is that Stanley, the world's healthiest human being? 嗰啲食生菜嗰啲 stock photo。World peace, baby. Stanley.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
Doing great.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling.
Look, Stanley Ryder.
And what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
他是的，我们。Okay. To stage. Stanley, 表演啊 Stanley。呢個係咪我？呢個係咪我8月12就係咁樣？係啦，你哋喺下面望咗嗰陣時。Welcome to TED Talk. Welcome to my Stanley TED Talk. Oh, it ended. OK， 好，我哋咧就繼續開先。我想試下開 warehouse 落去，我覺得睇下點開先喎。ちょっと待ってよ。Climbing up the boxes near the entrance to the warehouse and dropping down. そっちかな？だって去睇下先。
All of his co-workers were gone. What
How
could
to
it mean?
defy the narrator,
Stanley
Mojo.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
I
he'd
still
simply
don't
missed
see
the
a
memo.
bucket though. Where is companion bucket? Where companion cube?
When
Warehouse.
Stanley came to
baby.
a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
Climbing
admire
up
it.
the boxes near the entrance to the warehouse.
Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Which boxes?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Climbing up the boxes. Where is the vent? Kore? Where? Where boxes? This one? Climbing up the boxes near the entrance to the warehouse and dropping down allows.嗰度，但我點上去呢？點上呢度呢？又唔跳得。誰か有冇人知道？頭先上台都係踎低起身。跳唔到，應該點呢 ？How climb? Climb at your own risk. 有冇人？有冇人知道？真係爬唔到添。我上網睇一睇先，ちょっと待ってよ。極速啊！點落去嘅呢？わかんない。ちょっとし。大家都淨係我睇咗幾個網站都係話爬上個箱度，但係冇講點爬咯。どうしよう。どうしよう。You must climb the box that is next to the fence and drop down. Yeah, but how? How climb?多咗，我睇下有冇人有冇人玩過？誰か助けて。 While we check, let's listen to some music. Okay, one moment, please. We're event ending.好似要跳落去會直接死㗎，所以咧呢個應該係要，即係咧你見唔見到咧？我俾你睇，你見唔見到呢度望過去咧，咪有個窿喺下面嘅？下面呢個正方形窿咧，應該可以爬過去咯。同埋應該有啲位係可以慢慢跳落去地下，然後去嗰個門嗰度咯。但係首先我要。如果我就咁跳，我試下啦，試一次啦。係唔得嘅。係唔得。
No one gets to tell him what to do. Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Parkour cannot. Doesn't work. Wait， 我好似睇到條片。Is it this one? What? OK， 我上網睇嗰個人咧，佢就咁，佢有兩個 ending， 即係嗱，頭先我嗰個 vent 嗰度一個啦。
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
我哋試下佢個方法得唔得？唔得，我哋就放棄佢咯。我哋玩咗 new content 先。
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. Why? Why had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices, and to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh no, not the video again!
It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, it can
因為
also
另一
be
個
the
ending
most
可以喺呢度
dangerous.
咯。
For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
Okay,
Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
A back second crack.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making
係啊，啱啱
process.
睇咗啦，唔該晒。
Most medical
我哋
professionals recommend
Thank you.
making
我哋而家
at
去
least
new
8
content。
choices per day.
唔係，我哋
Do you
試
make more
咗
than 8?
glitch
Less?
ending 先。
And finally,
Glitch
if you
ending
begin
應
to
該係
wonder
而
if
家
your
出咗去
choices
之
are
後，
actually meaningful
試下喺
and
啲
whether
fans
you'll
中
ever
間
make
抄
a
下抄
significant
下。
contribution
死啦，唔
to
可以
the
好似
world.
唔係呢個意思，即係 like 要懟下懟下懟
that
到
in
去
the vast
有
infiniteness of
glitch，
space,
跟住
your
就會落
thoughts
咗
and
地面
problems
咯。
are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
係啊，要喺個圍欄嗰啲窿
You
度
may have noticed
出
that
出
this
入
video
入。
began to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Yes, be click。好似越講越有味，專做懟下懟下 ，it's not helping。Good man 啊，呢度啊，Coco 啊，喺呢度懟下懟下，點解個人一懟就得嘅？係咪我懟得唔夠快係咪？
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
我哋繼續穿插。できる？できない？できないよ。嗰個人點做到嘅？點解？睇下先。It's called the warehouse ending, right? Hang on. Hang on. Hmm. できない。 好啦，咁我哋出翻去 new content。哦，咩事啊？呢個係咩嚟㗎？呢個係不先生係一個大媽。我睇下呢個咩嚟先？做乜成地嘢嘅？有冇特別嘢可以開到㗎？Paper on floor. Randomized beginnings. Okay. There'll be a phone call. 我唔關事嘅，冇乜特別。但係佢話啲 randomized，即係佢有時會唔同咗。
Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
一地都係，一地都係啊！好，我哋過嚟呢度。
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
New content。佢話有時咧，即係佢會 randomize，有時有啲一開波嗰個房咧，同平時唔同咧，會開到新 ending 出嚟。但我暫時好似未開到嗰個。New content time. Is that a bucket? Are you the bucket? No, it's not.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
之前得個 jump circle.
And any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh. The end is never the end again! Say
yes, see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking.
好靚佢個 office 係運喺呢個 office 度好似開心啲。
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
呢個超有心機，真係咯，靚到癲喎！呢個真係呢個有 interior design 咩？你做咩用無牌蘋果電腦？靚到蛇啊 ！New content is out. New content is in. Okay. They're back. 2 doors. New mug. No more who farted. The Stanley Parable 點啊？啲 slides 全部都係一樣。Logo design ideas. Apple only Sparrow 係咪我幻覺定係你玩親啲 game 都係無限旁白啊？之前係嗰隻同 Ansa 玩嗰隻，有2個 Stanley 啊！咩事啊？The Stanley's Parable 2.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Aladdin 2 Return of Java does not fit into this list. This way to the show floor. What if I go this way? I cannot. New content. Okay. What, do I sit here? Oh. New features. Stanley Parable, now with a friend. 哇，好靚啊！做乜嘢？勁靚，做乜嘢？開放感，哇！好似去咗啲外國嗰啲 museum。
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Hear your name in the game. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Where button?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course,
Road to the
first
perfect
and most
button.
obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
Jim.
here we go.
Akari
Let's take a
Jim.
deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim,
I'm Jim.
falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim.
Maria,
and
my
as Jim,
love.
watching your
Why
dreams
do you
crumble
leave
into
me?
dust.
Why
Do
do
you
you
feel it
leave
deeply?
poor old
Are
Jim?
you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please. Yes, you see.
See.
What a thrill! What a rush! That was you.
燈嚟照，
You. Do it again. Do it again.
好得意啊個旁白。
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
He's too invested in Jim's life. Okay, where was I?
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing
No
this feature.
screenshots. 唔准影相啊。A whole new office. No, just make this the office. Red is the new orange. A new updated ray traced. More of the same, but in a what? Collectibles. So many things. I'm gonna get lost in here. Infinite hole. 我知呢度有個 ending 應該，呢度有個 ending。我攞咗第二啲嘢先。New and easy achievement. 哇，好恐怖啊！呢度做
Now,
乜嘢？
here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Fine. Get yours right now.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
More jump circles. Let's jump. 我
You
冇
know
得
what?
跳啦，就係。
Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? What? 哇，咁和風嘅呢度。 Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable
周圍係乜嘢事 ？The Divine Stanley， 哇，好恐怖啲手。Oh. Yay! You found it! Oh. 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 Oh.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
You are here. Reassurance bucket as well. I'm here. As if I know how to read maps. Wait, I'm here. It's B2. So it's here. ゆかちゃんこんばんは。Where bucket? Where bucket? ふん。頭先個 achievement machine 可以爆機之後咯，真係㗎。好，但係首先我要爆機。佢轉咗啲字咯，佢本身係寫 slash your name， 跟住而家俾咗 gem。OK， 我哋好似未嚟呢度 epilogue。
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the well, we'll figure that out later.
喂，嗰個 bucket 喺度。冇㗎，假的。Okay, let's go to the bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
Oh!
As long as you hold on to the
bucket,
the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even
They got a
comforting.
companion cute
You may even
friend.
come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the
Cognitive
bucket is in your
dissonance.
arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you
Bucket is
imagine
love,
what a
bucket
pain
is
in the ass
life.
that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Yes, give it a try.
Can you feel it? The glow of
I wanna
comfort,
put it on my
even
head.
in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more.
Dang wishes
await
to have that
you
bucket.
In the Stanley Parable too.
Yes, I have a bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
我仲有邊度未去 ？That's new 嗰度係咪去咗？睇下先 ，no screenshots。頭先呢度好似呢度未行。
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration. like balloons.
點解 Stanley 靚仔啊
Well, someday and happy 12th birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
我撳咗白色嗰個去俾藍色嗰個我，做得好。What's a step niece anyway？ 後面都變埋，黐線。
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
ゆきさん、おはようございます。Better than a trophy, so true. OK， 我哋而家應該爭嗰個 infinite hole thing. Where infinite hole? K is where? Here. Let's go. With our bucket. Let's go with the bucket.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
到底做緊乜嘢？
This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall
A
down.
hole!
Right.
A whole new world, guys,
Fall
right
to the
in front
end
of you.
Time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
What? Okay, let's go. Wow.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Okay.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Yeah, let's stay here.
And I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know. I told you the hole was infinite, but come on.
A whole
Who actually
new
wants to fall
world.
forever? The hole was plenty deep. It
New
was more than deep
fantastic
enough, in my
point of
opinion.
view.
Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you,
Finite hole.
then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Okay.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is
要瘋狂跳啊！呢個
The
ending 係。
problem is that you like holes too much.
What? I like holes too much.
But it's a
That's what they
infinite
said.
hole right there goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of... Oh.
Love.
Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the whole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
Less infinite.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the whole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here?
點解條 sort of
no
infinite hole 會
explanation
唔會死，但係條
for the uncertain
warehouse 會
nature
死
of the hole's length. Here,
？Cause
let's
there's a
try
hole.
something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is.
Whoa.
The shame of my life. How is this still a
呢個呢個唔係
I know
hole。
you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is
I'm
the,
stuck.
Teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Let me out.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
What?
You couldn't
Don't leave
bear
me
to be
here.
away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for.
I
It's
spend
a
time with
win
my
for
hole.
everyone. You get to be with the
That
hole,
sounds so
I get to do
wrong.
literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I
Bye.
hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
佢真係走咗，越嚟越遠。Hole is home now. At least I have my bucket with me. 哇，好恐怖啊！啲聲，做乜嘢？What？吓 ？Okay. Where are we heading? 幾好聽喎首歌。Stanley and his bucket and his hole. 做緊乜嘢？So epic！ 哇，金拍子咁好開心啊！到底有幾多首歌啊？準備咗喺度啊！哇，恐怖！哇！做緊乜嘢呢度？喂，呢度我屋企嚟喎，呢度。Macho era. 啲心機用晒喺度。到底有幾多首歌黐線仲有
Stanley? Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley.
No,
because
I
this
still
hole
want
is
to play
just
in the
so
hole.
darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the whole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
都話呢個 area 超有心機，啲
Stella,
budget
Stanley,
用晒個
I'll
窿
be
度。
back. Toodle-pip.
Toodaloo. No, let me stay here with my hole. I want more of that. 唔俾，佢唔俾我玩魚，黐線。
Here we are.
Happy
Go on,
audio
try out some of the
yeah.
new features.
Reassure 呢度應該冇漏啦，係咪啊？睇下先。Collectibles， 我哋去晒呢度啦，呢度 this map merge setting world， exit. Let's exit. Stanley has become one with the world. 我哋而家每開一個 ending 都會可以拎埋個 bucket reassurance bucket。
All right. Have you seen everything you
Window
wanted to?
XP.
Ready to move on now?
Yes。幾靚喎呢個。Okay。
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
He's so happy.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
What? What?
Well,
That's it?
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
Epilogue.
Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Yup.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait. Maybe that's it.
Here I am
can
just
take the original
admiring my
Stanley
bucket.
Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right.
Ultra Deluxe.
Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh wow, the Stanley Parable 2. Okay, start.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
一唔一樣咧？
Stanley
喂啊，
worked
都
for
有
a
啲氣
company
球啊，好核突啊！
where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had
Happy
been
12th
made
birthday,
exactly for this
Stepnies.
job. And Stanley was happy.
冇佢縮細
And then
咗
one。day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one showed up to give him instructions,
仲要有一個
call a
食
meeting,
咗個天
or
花
even
板度
say。Hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
OK。Oh, the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
我哋而家可以去 warehouse 啦，應該。除咗啲氣球之外
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
哇！
And here
拎起咗個
it was.
bucket 之後
Had the
多咗啲
bucket turned
narration，
out to be correct?
即係多
Was
咗
this
啲
better?
旁白。
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
Said the bucket.
No,
Don't go
said
to
the
meeting
bucket.
room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
哇，好黑。Okay. What have we here? Cassettes. 有冇人呢度有冇人唔知咩係 cassettes？Oh my god, it's old. Okay.
Okay.
天都さんこんばんは。
This is day number 295. Tape number. I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out
到底有
why
幾中意個
I
水
see
頭
the world so differently
咁後生一
than
定唔
this
知
bucket
啦，咁佢知下啦。
demands. Why everything feels so
有冇人知道咩？有冇人知道呢啲 cassette tape 同埋鉛筆有咩關係？
I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
我聽緊啲乜嘢？
This is my golden ticket. But I
鉛
have
筆
to
同
be
卡式大標配
careful,
梳底
because
哦
as soon as this，
冇
gets
錯
out,。There's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get.
What?
What's that? Who's there?
The bucket. What's Camporata? What? What? Did the bucket devour him? I聽咗啲乜嘢 ？OK， 跟住要落地係啦，跟住要落地。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
呢個好似
Perhaps
第
he
一
had
次
simply
見，
missed a memo.
但係我唔記得咧。係咯，啲
No
電
matter
腦
how
變
hard
晒呢個
Stanley
畫面
looked,。he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
好啊，
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
老到啲老人班都出晒，不要再說了。
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
哇，好危啊！唔知佢啲判定係點 ？OK，
You found one of them.
Yay!
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Now, how do I go down？ 點落去咧？啲人話係跳箱咯，一格，但係我要首先知道係邊個箱度跳。どこだろう？嚇，邊度會有位跳啊？どこだ？どこだ？我見啲人係攝下咁樣，真咩？
Stanley thought that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
就算
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
死啦！我哋今日係咪要卡關卡喺呢一度？
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
邊度有
said
位
the bucket.
跳？
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
頭先會唔會有啲位係啲箱有突出嚟？係冇咯。啲大神到底喺邊度跳咧？睇下先。係咯，冇位突出嚟喎。どうしよう。但係我頭先我 feel 到我跌嗰陣係有 kick 一 kick 喺某個位嘅，即係可能真係要揾啲位俾佢 kick。 Let's try again. 啊冇。
Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself.
哇恐怖，勁唔勁 ？OK， 我哋睇下先。我哋做咩 ending 係開咗呢個先開到嘅咧 ？Return to this ending by 先，哇佢勁多呢啲嘢，我哋試下 same jump same result。What did I expect? What was I expecting? 唔係因為咧，我 feel 到我跌嗰陣有個位 kick 下咧，我喺度 kick kick 咧，我喺度諗會唔會我可以企入啲就會企咗喺度。係冇嘅，相太美。Oh, the Stanley Parable Tool。佢係咪永久變成咁樣啦？已經。Start the game。
This is the
好，我哋再睇一睇有冇啲而家可以即刻開到個 ending 先，好快啊！好煩隻 game， 真係煩交嗰種煩，係一個讚美。ending 故事，睇睇先。咁冇嘢啦，我哋應該大部分都開晒。Powerful apartment, not Stanley. Zending games, art. Vent, two doors, coward, out of map, serious. Whiteboard 好似未啊 ，whiteboard 要係咁拆起始畫面。當 only outcome。哦 ，yeah， 拆到啦！每次我個心喺度諗，唔知要拆幾耐，嗰一刻就會拆到。
All of his co-workers were gone. What warmth spread through Stanley's arms.
好，where do I
With the
go?
bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Room 426. Oh, that's it. Ow. Okay. That's it. Okay, dog mode.
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
好，我哋又開到個啦。wow。睇下先 bucket。OK， 呢度有個新嘅 ending 係 bucket 嘅，我睇一睇先。Color doors room。OK。 Pick the one on the right. Pass through. 哇！咁掣揾狗變咗
This
喎
was
聲。
not the correct way to the meeting room,
Pass
but
through the
Stanley had
employee
felt the
lounge
bucket
and to the
calling to him,
warehouse.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
Said the bucket.
No,
Don't
said
go
the
to the
bucket.
meeting room. Go
Where did it
somewhere
go?
else. The cargo lift. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
我哋過嚟望下先，係咯。啲大神到底係點跳落去 ？Anyway, let's go。係咪呢度？我睇睇先。Walk through the door on the right and continue.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
What? Is this a bucket?
Now then,
做緊
I'm
乜
going
嘢？
to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Okay.
Let's begin.
Is this a bucket?
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not
What?
an actual bucket.
Okay.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Okay, no. What?
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of
A
bucket.
3D
not an
printed
actual
bucket is a bucket.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
No.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
What the fuck?
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next
I should have answered yes. Now what? Another tractor.
Is this a bucket?
No. Or yes. Yes. What the fuck?
This is a bucket.
What? Okay. 顛覆咗 the bucket 嘅十官。
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
薛丁格的 bucket。
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere.
What? Yes.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something. And therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight,
Am I a
Stanley.
bucket?
Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
Yes.
I've lost all sense of perspective.
Technically,
What
tractor
is a
都係
bucket?
bucket
What
because
isn't a bucket?
你可以
Mere
裝啲
moments
水入
ago, I
去
could。answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yes, you are.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself. And
佢唔
myself
俾我
was
撳
all I
yes
ever
啦。
had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets.
Why
from the game.
no? My companion
Okay.
bucket.
Here we go.
No, don't. No. Oh no.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
We are.
Yes, I
What do you
actually
mean?
feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue. But it
Nothing
doesn't
is a
change the
bucket,
fact
but a bucket
that we haven't
isn't
got a
nothing.
game. So,
Well
tell you
spoken.
what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the
Ugh.
buckets. Okay?
Yay.
And
Yes.
we'll know that
Put
it's
them
all
back.
a
I
bucket.
need them.
But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
I need the
Who
reassurance.
knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Makes them question themselves. Are we all buckets? I mean, we drink water, right? 我哋飲水，所以我哋大家都係水桶。We are buckets. We are.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Oi,
Perhaps he had
Otazzi.
simply missed a memo.
做咩而家可以開呢？我睇下睇下。啊 What is this? 啊！我撳咗落個廣告度，走開，走開啊！走開啊！遮住咗啊！ Wait， 我有一個係要 random 出嘅。Meeting today in the meeting room. Okay, let's go find our figure. 呢度唔係之前都係咁噶，咁黑嘅咩？
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
How can we find them? Where figure? Small floating objects. Maybe we are the collectibles. No, we are the buckets. 廁所。紅色房。Fig leaves. Good luck. OK， 呢個係 boss 個廁所嚟㗎。我哋去 boss 個廁所。Missing status. Stairs. Nearby a fireplace. We have a fireplace. Hi, Akari Bucket. No, I'm
Coming to a
Akari
staircase,
Jim.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
I'm
office.
Akari Jim. 我哋全部都係 gym。
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes.
Stanlerines. I don't like this
Another
one.
Stanlerine under your belt.
OK， 跟住 fireplace right。
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 284. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
對住啦。
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
冇咗個 fireplace 啊。 OK， 搭 lift 嗰個玩咗。哦，喺度。
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
但係 ending 嚟講，我應該頭先卡關嗰個，同埋4個鐘嗰個，同埋應該仲有幾個未開。我哋睇下，我哋今日可能差唔多去到呢度。係，我覺得有啲耐。係，我研究下嗰啲箱點樣跳，跟住再跳俾大家睇。係啦。係，咁我哋今日咧就ここまでです。咁就再一次多謝大家跟台啦，辛苦晒！咁我哋今日都開咗好多個 ending 啦。我哋其實有冇 achievement 嘅咧？等我睇下先。真係有冇記錄？係冇嘅。我想睇佢有冇記錄我開咗幾多個，或者 Steam 嗰邊會有，可能睇一睇。係啦，咁咧我哋就開咗 The Stanley Parable 2啦。係啦，就 collect 咗4個 figurines 啦，同埋開咗好多個 endings 啦。咁就多謝大家嘅陪伴啦。咁咧我哋聽日咧都會有台嘅，但係咧我就會喺 Anson 嗰邊出現啦。咁就會同卡路一齊參加一個屌定唔屌，除咗褲先好屌嘅一個活動啦。咁到底係咩嚟咧？睇下聽個名都知係一定係開車啦，同埋勁有問題啦。咁就我覺得大家可以期待呢個企劃咧，係我同 Anson 一路食住串燒無啦啦，唔知點樣諗咗出嚟。跟住我哋諗咗呢個企劃之後，第一個反應就係我哋如果要邀請多個人聯動咧，嗰個人一定係卡路。咁點解嘅？點解會係咁樣咧？就大家請拭目以待啦。係啦，よろしくお願いします。咁聽日咧就準時咧喺 Anson 個台度咧同大家見面啦。係啦。聽日嘅車速近乎光速，應該會差唔多，我哋可以衝出宇宙。係啦，咁睇先宣傳嘅話咧，就係聽日呢個台啦，同埋都再講一次，我哋 Link Reality Volume 1嘅門票咧，而家仍然發售中嘅，同埋喺初見嗰度咧就會有，即係初見係一個賣同人商品同埋一啲我哋好多港 V 嘅周邊嘅一個鋪頭啦。係啦，咁你就可以咧去個官網嗰度咧預訂我哋呢一個演唱會嘅一啲周邊商品啦，例如應援嘅物品啦、應援棒啦、應援燈、應援手握啦、衫啦、袋啦，同埋我哋各位唔係參展呢個參演嘅 VTuber 嘅周邊嘅係有立牌啦，同埋襟章咁樣嘅。咁有興趣咧就記得去初見嘅Twitter 同埋網站嗰度咧去選購啦。係，よろしくお願いします。咁咧 Section A sold out in 3 hours 啱啊！大家都非常之係啦，非常之熱心，好多謝大家嘅支持啦。咁咧就但係買唔到 Section A 都唔使驚嘅 ，Section B 咧一樣睇得好清楚嘅，係啦。咁咧就希望到時會見到大家啦。到時喺個台上面咧，我係會好清楚咁見到大家嘅，係咯。所以咧，如果係 Cleo 嘅日子寶寶咧，到時記得。俾啲反應，我見喺個台度見到我嘅時候，如果可以俾啲反應，我會好開心。係啦，等我知道你係我嘅觀眾，係啦，我嘅日子寶寶。係啦，よろしくお願いします。咁今日咧就去到呢度為止啦，拭目以待嗰啲拭目。We smashing monsters tomorrow, so true. We smash all past, we smash them all. Gotta smash them all. 係啦。はい、それでは我哋聽日再見啦。おやすみなさい。プーリンさんおやすみなさい。マリクプーンさんおやすみなさい。ガイエさんおやすみなさい。ヒスタリックさんおやすみなさい。長谷川さんおやすみなさい。マリクプーンさんおやすみなさい。ティノさんおやすみなさい。係啦，咁我哋就聽日再見啦。拜拜。